Go again. Here we go again. Number 21. Welcome back to the Darkness to Light podcast. And apparently my son just told me that the Kanye has released, he was speaking about a podcast apparently. He showed a wee clip of it, which is quite interesting. Just fascinating. I don't really watch the science on the video or what's going on in the world, and a lot of the stuff that I do when we're hearing coming from different sources, it's always interesting. It's just fascinating, the intention with this and the intention of this work, and just watching what's going on just now within the world. I can't go and see where people are, see where we are, in terms of the Vortex team, see where I am with this work, which is it's fascinating to watch. And again, this week, I'm talking about what I'm doing, I'm talking about what we're up to, and it would be impossible to, I think, to do this podcast without talking about the weekend that's just been, where we had a retreat, which was for the programme members of the Vortex programme only, this first one, and there's going to be more stuff, there's a lot more stuff we're going to be doing, it's just programme only, for many different reasons. And the weekend, it just went Friday to the Sunday night. We had probably the first, in terms of, I've done these loads of times before, this actual event, this retreat, this weekend away, which this time around I was calling the ceremony. In the past it's been like Reset and Connect, and that was probably the first one, kind of back into nature theme, the Reset and Connect yourself. Way back, first one I did was probably 2018, possibly. All the above, all the different tools and techniques and modalities that I use, added to having the space over the extra days, sometimes into the Monday as well, just for an extra day's reintegration, which is really important for sometimes for this kind of work. But after having a wee break away from it, and being away from even having the space to do this kind of work, for one reason or another, and then the intention to get back into it, with very, very specific reasons and very specific areas of the Vortex and the stuff that I do, then when you set the intention and you start to put some plans together in terms of designing it and thinking about how it would go together, and then really want to do it, very quickly, inside just a few months, what's now became a thing again, and it's an expanded thing of the way that I've done in the past, for many reasons. The work we've basically went created over the weekend, which was off the back of the other retreats I've done in the past, and all the last probably couple of years' experience, and this year's experience, with the online stuff and the videos and the tour. It's been a bit of a whirlwind since January. So to now have a wee bit of space, going into the back end of summer, and looking at the winter retreats is where it's always been for me, especially in Scotland. If you go anywhere, I suppose there are places you can go with the midges, even at the weekend. We were down the kind of southwest coast, and even at the weekend, the thought of being up Glencoe or where you would like to do the work, up in the kind of west coast, it's too dangerous almost with the midges. I've experienced that a couple of times in summertime, and it's no fun, especially if you're working and there's people, parties being out in nature, obviously, so it's no fun. So winter time, obviously, it suits everything that I'm doing. It's the best time for me, and I'm starting to get excited already for this winter because of now, we've got that one in the bag with the programme members. And I'm going to talk a lot about it because of how profound that is, what actually happens during that weekend, and what people experience and what they got from it, and what they became from it, what they actually went in, the whole thing in terms of even just to be in that group. With that kind of work, it's not a case of you pick up the phone or you send me a text and before let's go away and do a weekend retreat together. Called the ceremony. It doesn't work like that. There is no way that would happen. Of all the ones that I've done, I've came unstuck once, and it was just because somebody brought somebody with them, and they vouched for them, and it was a nightmare. So that'll never happen again. So to be at that kind of level, it's only really programme members, or people that work with personal one-on-one, because of the nature of the work we're doing, and the level and the depth that we're going into. I need to always remember this is a tool for healing, and with that kind of stuff, especially at the weekend, it's the heavy stuff. It's not all the heavy stuff, but there's a real element of the heavy stuff, the heavy things that people have been carrying, sometimes for a lifetime. And with something like that, you know how it goes together. As I believe I do, because I've seen the evidence now many, many times. But when you put somebody in that environment and you take them through the processes, as well as everything else they're already doing to enable them to get almost qualified to be in that place, in that space, then, as I said on Friday, the opening circle, the opening ceremony, expect miracles. It's why not? There's a quote. I actually found that here way back, and it was that girl somebody had left behind. I was one of the yogis who basically says, I don't believe in miracles, I expect miracles. And that's another one of the things that a long time ago, before I probably saw that, that was something that I absolutely not just believed in, but knew. My interpretation of them and what a miracle is, it's not really the way that most people see. A miracle to me is reconnecting back to the divine, and because of your connection with that level of consciousness, the entrainment process that happens if you do it a certain way, then whatever it is that you're struggling with, you can't be in the same presence of that. So it's basically, it's like taking the candle in the dark room, as I say, and then the darkness disappears and you're just left with the light. That's kind of what a miracle is to me. The direct experience and then the becoming of that, and then the other stuff just leaves, it's gone, it's replaced. That's where the transcendence takes place. So, on Friday night when I'm talking about that stuff, and these are people that really know me now. We're in meditate every single morning, most of them, 5:30, Monday to Friday, the Sunday nights, they've been to the vortex, they've been to one day change your life, they've been on about it, some of them for years, some for months, some just for weeks really, which is really interesting, interesting the level and the way people find this, the level they come in at, and the way they find it, and then, how the ones that apply it to their life, the ones that stick around, the ones that really embrace it and use the tools and techniques to go on this journey that I'm talking about. And then when we started going about this kind of work, then again, the next level up again, and get to see, me in different guises, I suppose, in terms of the work that I do. It's not for everybody in this deep water, but the evidence that I see and the benefits that people are experiencing. This isn't me saying this is them saying this now. There really is nothing like it. How quick it happens. Again, shortcuts, bridges, how can we get there as fast as possible? Is what I'm all about. So we go to the ancient ways, we go to the ancient medicines, we go to the natural path. Always nothing. There's nothing in terms of it's falling with Mother Nature or the Earth or us as a species. Very important, the holistic way. And there's something about the space that you're in and the locations is so important. It was fascinating for me watching all that unfold over the last couple of weeks, and the original, as I mentioned on the last podcast, I believe that the original space that I had in mind and how that just became, you couldn't have made it up. How it unfolded and what the gift that we were given to be in that place, which isn't finished yet. It's operational, but it's not finished yet. Plans behind it, the location we use, which I'm not even mentioned it yet. I'm not going to yet. I'm going to speak to the lady who's a sister and a really good friend of mine. I've known for many years now. Her intentions for the space now, she's been able to create that and manifest it over a lifetime of her own work and the way she's got, and then the work that's being enabled to take place in our space. Just under 3.5 acres, the trees, the teepee, so the ceremony was at the teepee. And the ceremony is a reconnection back to the self. That's what the ceremony is. The ceremony is the direct experience of the divinity that's inside of you. That's the plan, that's what we're going for, that's the vision. By hook or by crook. And we got there. I would say there was 11 people went through it. Every single one of them. Huge benefits, life-changing experiences, more than one of them, quantum shifts and quantum experiences. And the way they would describe that would be the direct experience of something that we would know as a divine. That's what they're getting, which is, again, absolutely planned, so why not? Especially understand all the training that's up to get to that place, and the learning of the language and the meditation and obviously the calming of the nervous system and getting themselves into a place where they're able to receive. If you're going in switched on, stressed out and no well, you're not going to get it, you can't get it. Even things like medications and all that kind of stuff absolutely comes into it. Diet comes into it. Your mindset, your meditation practice is huge. So the whole thing, and having the TP there, I've done it before in the TP, but having the TP there, and the area, the space that we were in, was incredible. It was just absolute. I didn't for the ground sheet, and I took my bigger TP, which is 15 man. I didn't take the stove because it was going to be warm. I just thought for safety issues, that kind of stuff as well, a wee bit. But it was perfect. The time the other participants and myself and one of my brothers through the vortex who was helping me, assisted me. It was doing for one more person. So again, we'd set up for 18 and then 11 showed up. Expected 12, one pulled at the last minute. It was just perfect, as always. So being in the TP, when we set it up on Friday, we left it here with the Friday morning myself, to set it up. When I set it up in the afternoon, 5 o'clock was registration. So in the afternoon, just lying in the TP, the sun was out, you could see the kind of the different light with the trees and about it. The ancient trees, I'm just blessed with surrounded and protected by these ancient trees in the workspace. But just to be in it, with the phone switched off, and the de-escalation of the nervous system when you get into it, and you're bare feet in the ground because we had no ground sheet and the TP no mat and at all. It was basically just the grass, which was like an old croquet lawn, like tennis court, which was incredible. But if I've been speaking for Scotland the last few bits, I do apologise. I'm out in the garden, so I just need to fix that. So, the ground, the trees, the space, the intention of the place, which is, again, it's a space for healing and for joy, for eventually weddings, and which, just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Really, really blessed the way that unfolded, the way when we got there. Just a realisation of having faith, I think, was a big thing for me at the process, allowing it to unfold. Michael and Ferdinand were having kittens because of the location, and it went from Dumfries to Loch Lomond to the west coast, and then it all unfolded that we were meant to go back to Dumfries, which is where we ended up in the Solway coast. And I was watching the whole thing, just observing it, and knowing that it was going to be fine. Yeah, as it always is, when you stay in alignment and you have faith in the process, and you watch, because there's always drama comes with this kind of stuff. Of course there is, but just watching it unfold and having faith in the process and knowing that it was going to be okay was enough for me. And it was perfect. I couldn't have worked it any better. It was so easy. Every single bit for the minute we started until it finished. It couldn't have been any easier. Which is the way that it needs to be. So it was. But between the TP and then, the intention is everything. When you get there, set the TP up, and then we set the space, we hold the space up for all of it, for people to come in and be secure and be held, I suppose, vibrationally. When you're sitting in meditation, which they all had a practice of, a daily practice, I do believe. When they get it and understand what's going on now, very, very different. They understand the language we're talking about, they understand the processes, where we're going with this, and how it works. Really important, so that you go through it, you're dead. So setting the intention for the weekend and the people are going to be coming in, and it's always just trying to help people. That's what it's all about. Never to give anybody anything, because I've tried that in the past. It doesn't work, and it's not your job, to enable somebody to find their own way and to support them. And if they ask, maybe without giving them all the answers, it's a fine line. I do believe. So to help people find their own ways, self-reliance is a huge part. To be that place where you don't need anybody or anything is a huge part. So all of that stuff before it, and then reconnect with my sister I hadn't seen for a couple of years and see that place and going about. It was just brilliant. Up to the waterfall, which is just off our grounds. Magic, just real magic. Being in Mother Nature, freezing cold. It's the last thing here, just freezing. It's beautiful. And then, when people started to arrive, you can feel the excitement. For the morning of it, we'd have 5 meditation the Friday morning within the programme, and it was just like people packing the night before, and it was like a school trip, and it felt like the best school trip ever. With just excitement, like middle-aged mums and dads and like grown-ups, just with something to look forward to and excited about, as well as all the expansion and the work and the connections and the community and the conversations and the healing, just all the good stuff. Every single bit of it was what it's all about, and they know that. And that was the intention with it. And my God, did we create it? It was just absolutely perfect. We get a lot of people of similar intention in the same place, in the same space. And in that space, it's very important. See, everything matters. Every single bit of matters. So taking the phones off was something that I absolutely get your phones. Let's get a break for the phones. If you need it and you need to speak to your range, fine. But just let's get a break for your phones. People couldn't wait to get rid of them when they come in, saw them, just to get away from them. I'm very much like that just now, trying to get away from as much as I can. So no phones, fasting. But they just fast for the first probably 18 hours. They fasted before we came in, and they just fast. All the good stuff. It's Friday night and Saturday morning. The opening ceremony was incredible. People get to know each other. People who already know each other, we see each other a lot of the time, most days. But to have the space, we don't need to be anywhere. Sitting on a Friday night in the teepee, under the stars of the clouds, but to just be sitting, in quiet, with no really anything to be, or just to put some time into yourself and invest in yourself and listen, to what people are going on with and get to know each other. Hugely important. Just brilliant. Just having that time to get in the circle and see who people were and what they're all about. Which just set the tone for the entire weekend. It really did. It was absolutely brilliant. And then between the Friday night, early Saturday morning, where it's on up to the waterfall, into nature, which is a huge part of it. Well, you just need to be in it. I say it all the time. When I go up the West Coast, the retreats up the West Coast, when I drive back and I get to the Erskine Bridge, you can feel actually driving back into the Death Star. Just that heavy energy. It's a nightmare. So just to be in Mother Nature. When I got up to the teepee up to Glen Etive, especially with my boy in the last couple of times I've been, just to be in it's enough. You don't need to do anything. The phone's just left in the van. It's me and my boy in the dug, and I normally just take food for a couple of days, maybe 30 or 40 bananas, and just like one or friends, mono eat, and get in the cold and light the fire and lie around and sleep and read and meditate and just take time. So just to be in it is enough. That vibration of Mother Nature and Earth, the Earth, the frequency that comes up through it, you burst into it, your hands on it, the trees and the water and the earth, whether it's the sand or the soil or, the whatever it is that comes up, that connection. Again, it's not a big connection, isn't it? We're separated between trainers and rubber and socks and boots and tarmac and pavements and slabs, plastic grass. Oh my God, so... we are supposed, we evolved, I do believe, connected to the earth and very able and capable to be, in that environment, with its central heating, obviously, because we made it, so it was just nice to, to be in Mother Nature, to take away the phones, no wireless masts or where we were, it was just none of that, the 4G or 5G, none of that nonsense. Clean diet, so you're de-escalating, and then, just to be in the space, be each other intentionally, going inside, and, taking the time to, okay, look, there's work to be done here, what do we need to do, what's getting, everybody's different, so the Saturday itself, the set itself, obviously very, very powerful, an incredible experience, the power within the TP, the power within the group, truly profound, it was life-changing for many of them. There's something about, the intentional breath and going really deep with the breath, and going deep in your heart, deep in your soul with the help of Mother Nature, and the space, the sacred space within the TP, and all of our intentions, which is so vital. And a lot of people don't really understand it, what you bring to, what you intend. And then the help of the field, of God, and all the goodness and the love and the light, the grace, whatever you want to call it. Angels, archangels, beings of divine light, I don't care what you call it, whatever the good stuff is just now, the positivity, the answers, the solutions, that people were able to, with open hearts and open minds, get them about and get for themselves. By the time we finished, late Saturday afternoon, and where people were collectively, and what they'd been through and what they got and how they changed. It was very, very humbling. It was beautiful to watch. It was really powerful to see, and especially when you know people's stories the way that I do. I know every single one in person. I know what they've been through for childhood. There's not a lot of stuff held back. I'm not really privy to all that information. I'm going through it with them, so we can see the impact of someone's life experiences it's had on them. And then, you watch them doing the work and getting about it and getting successes and frustrations and possible failure sometimes. Because some of them, their nervous system is switched on so much for the stress and the trauma and literal decimation sometimes, you wonder how they're still here. The survivors, I call them sometimes, just like still standing, still going, like, let's go, come ahead, just miracles, many of them. So when you get to see like where somebody's been and who they are and what they're coming in with, and then 24 hours later, you see something that's just gone and changed and transformed, and the transcension that takes place where the darkness is replaced with the light and the darkness is completely gone. And you can wonder, I was watching Michael and a couple others just wondering, one or two individuals in particular, because they saw the changes in them, and it was so palatable. Even on Monday night at Boys Club, one of the boys was looking at the man who went through it. It was like, what's happened to him? Like, who is he? Different human being, just quiet, peaceful, easy. The nervous system switched off. The chronic stress, the constant, that's probably childbirth or just after that, constant, whatever it is, it just keeps it going, was going. It was away. And that's a miracle, when you can see that and you see the change in this one. And this was just one. It was many different instances with many different people, that had like quantum shifts. And we're hoping to catch some of the testimonials on video, and obviously, written down as well. The video ones are so much more powerful with the capture, just the shift that people are making with this work. Because people need to hear about it. Something like that, a weekend like that, the whole thing, the whole, for the ceremony to the Saturday night, the kind of after party, sit under the clouds and the star, and people just, processing and stuff coming up. And again, when somebody speaks the truth, when somebody speaks from the heart, it gives others permission to do it. So all of a sudden you've just got this, people just, rinsing out and letting it go and basically, speaking their truth, and finding their own answers and working out for themselves. And, that place of self-reliance, when you get to that point when you need to learn, you really shouldn't believe for anybody else but get it for yourself. And at the same time, the support within the group and the love within the group and the care, and just the compassion and the empathy. Was just so inspiring, watching other human beings who really didn't know each other that well. The boys did because Boys Club, but in terms of the women and stuff, and the women knew each other, some of them, but we came together. I've been saying for a long time, the vibration is what basically builds it. So to see the vibration attract and make cliques, there was not a single, everybody was just, which is what the whole programme is to be about. I'd be looking for numbers, I'm looking for like warriors and people of pure intention who are trying to get the great food. That's what the programme is about. So it's the vibration just like itself. So the just blessed, really, really grateful, and I'm still recovering, I think, from the weekend. It doesn't take a lot out of me. It takes everything out of me, but it's not work, and so I don't feel replenished as if I'll be depleted. But there is a replenishment kind of face. It feels like just now I've been kind of tired, my voice away a wee bit, I'm feeling a wee bit just calm and content and happy, I suppose, with our weekend's work, and the experiences that we got and the results that we got. And really, by the end of the Sunday, my wife, God bless her soul, came down Saturday to make the soup, the post-ceremony grub, and she came down and just brought a light and joy to the whole thing, the Saturday night and then the campfire and making breakfast. And I think it's important to see, who we are, as a couple and as a team. Very important. Over 30 years together now, and love and marriage, and that's something we need to normalise. It's something that people need to understand why it's important and why you didn't fight and why you're in the same team, and what love is, real love is. That partnership is sacred. It's something that I'm absolutely intended to bring back. It should be the way I believe it's meant to be. So to have Jill there and be part of it, and then by the time the Sunday came, again up to the river, that waterfall, my God. I just want to get back right now, especially when I was riding. But to be, part of the Sunday morning, and then you can feel the, time to go kind of thing, and right, it's kind of coming to an end. Again, that school trip, you don't want to leave with your pals, especially people in a similar vibration, you can get back into reality, back to the world with all that, back to the circus. especially if you've experienced the divine, it can be a wee bit of a challenge, the stuff that can come up. But the Sunday, the closing ceremony on the Sunday, and then when you get to see the shift, the changes for the Friday night, when everybody's at ease, everybody's speaking from their heart, everybody's speaking their truth, and what people are getting from it, and what they're becoming, and even as raw as it was at that point, and then set up so we can then take it back to the world, so we continue, we keep it going forward, which has absolutely been the case. This has been recorded on the Wednesday, so it's been a few days now, and tonight we've had the reintegration. We're going to just a layer to catch up, because we're missing each other, and we'll see how we're doing and see what's been going on with other lights, which I can't wait to hear. What's been going on when you get through something like that and you take it back to your own reality, which is normally still at the same place, and then you come out of this level. Very interesting. So, just to see where people are, and then it doesn't stop. This work and this mission and these tools and techniques need to go on. They need to get out there. And now, what I find is there's so many people that are trying to help. It's been fascinating, even just the last couple of weeks. And even within the programme, members themselves, people like going about it and really feeling a desire to get involved, and give away some of their time, their expertise, and their life experience with the intention to help people, which is brilliant, and just watching how that's unfolding. It's been just so refreshing. It really is. And the good news is, that's now something that's going to be, I would say, at least every month. The ceremony retreat right through the winter time is going to be every month. There's going to be days released this week with 2 different locations. And it's just something I'm so excited about. The plans to take it abroad as well, this winter, absolutely. Look at Portugal and somewhere in Spain in about 2. That's the plan. Once we confirm go over there, we start to pinpoint location, and the stuff we're doing here just transfers over there. So we're able to take away for probably a week and get some sun on our backs during the winter time, which will be great. And again, as a community, it's just really exciting to do this kind of work with like-minded souls that are working out. And in my experience as well, just helping them navigate their way through. It's difficult times, it's not easy. And it's something that when you're going through the intentional life and you're in about it, it's amazing, it's fantastic, but it can be work as well. So it's great for me to watch all these different people coming in and making their way through it and finding their way and making the best of their life experience, and me being able to support and help and inspire any way that I can. It's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So the plan is absolutely more retreats, certainly 2 different locations, different but similar in their own ways, all based on the basics, the fundamentals, the stuff I'm teaching. The breath work, the relaxation, the meditation, which is where it all is, the reunion, the reconnection back to the self, back to the divine. That's where the miracles take place. That's what we saw again at the weekend. How we get there, there's all different ways that we get there. And, to get it for yourself, so we can then pay it forward and help this world and take it to, whoever needs it. Because the world needs it, the world is sick, people are struggling. My intent is to take it into everywhere. I've just agreed a date today to do some work with at one of the prisons, which has been a long-term goal for me. I'm looking forward to that. I've got the prisons to see if I can help, see how it goes. And then, there's things like nursing homes, there's obviously the schools, primary schools, secondary schools, there's jails, there's business, there's corporate, there's people, there's all different demographics, where people will benefit from this work. And I think the way that I've put it together and the way it's been packaged, I suppose, and now when you get the experience of it, again, it's with experience. You need to experience it. Talk is so cheap. You can listen to this for days and it sounds amazing. But unless you come and experience it, one of my good friends was asking, how was the weekend? How good was it? And the best way I can describe it is he went to it's one of my best friends. Anybody that he knows, the amount of people knows that I've got really specific niches to the stuff that he's interested in is fascinating. I love really. A few years ago, he invited down to a post-track day, and the man who he was friends with basically ran the whole place. I think it was at Silverstone. Motors or anything, I think, for me. But he got to go down, and he's got the video, and he's shown me all these different multi-million pounds, like half a dozen of them lined up, and he got to choose his 3 favourites and take them on the track, all that kind of stuff. When he come back, for me to say, how was it? And how we try and describe what he's just a fanatic for the motor. He just loves his cars. He's just a fiend for them. So for him trying to explain like to me, it was just like, it's just a motor. And that's kind of what our weekends like. If somebody asks you how was it, unless you've been through it and experienced it with passion, and watching people, getting their answers, finding their healing, like literally like shifting before your eyes. And being born, some of them, or being born for the first time, or waking up for the first time in different ways. It was just beautiful, So the intention is obviously to take care of that, to have more people and to get it out there. The experience is what it's all about. And there's levels to it, there's many levels to it. You don't just get to come and sit on that weekend, you really don't. You need to go through the whole thing, you need to be in about it, you need to be in the programme. So when the ceremony weekends are released, part of the package will be programme membership, which is like £8 a day. But there's absolutely an introduction and I suppose an upregulation of vibration to get to the point where you're even ready to go into that stuff. And then obviously the weekend itself, and then after it, the support and of the community, myself personally. There's a lot in it, but the gains that can be made are just incredible. There's not much like it. It's so beneficial in so many different ways, and really exciting. But it's all about the experience, So that being said, everybody's coming at a different level, So me, over the last couple of days, I'm thinking about what else can we do? Because there's stepping stones to this. And I think in the past I've been very guilty of, even the Friday night in, people comes in and it's like, fire do I can. A lot of people, and the more I get to know people now, they'll say, like, what happened? Like this, I just come in expecting to sit next or do some breathing, and before you know it, I'm reliving childhood traumas, and I'm trying to reconnect to God, and I'm experiencing enlightenment, and I'm grieving, and I'm remembering stuff, and it's coming up, and I'm releasing. It's like, holy shit. So, and that was my intention, just to help people, to get it up, to get it out, which is obviously, for some, isn't ideal, especially the more people that are going about it, and the ones that are certainly brought with other people, good luck to them. It's always feel for them. So the desire is to offer the different stepping stones so that everybody can get it. And so it's experience, and I did the experience is one that I've done online before, and I believe today we've just secured a date for a live experience. It's going to be Glasgow. The dates will be released within the next, as soon as I confirm, so probably by this weekend. But we're going to do a live experience. It's going to be minimal cost to cover the room. It's going to be right in the centre of Glasgow, city centre. I do believe just off the water. It's going to be within the next month, and the plan is to bring people in and give them the experience, a couple of hours, 2-3 hours on a Sunday morning. Get them in, if you're interested in the vortex, interested in coming on about it, see what it is, see who I am, come and to meet me and ask me any questions, or see what it is I'm talking about. Talk is so cheap, so please come and get the experience. And it'll be like not a mini workshop, because this thing is 3 hours. We're going to be taking at least 2.5. So there'll be time to explain how it goes together, and learn how to breathe with function and with intention, and then absolutely leave, with a life-changing experience through, the reconnection back into your heart, back into your soul, through meditation and reunion, back to yourself, how you're meant to feel. That'll happen on that day. That's the plan. And then also explaining all the other stuff that we do, because it is a stepping stone, and we now have all these different levels to, so we're trying to help as many people as we can. Get on about it. The minute people that come and they say, I've got it, I've done the meditation, I've watched the videos, I've done your breathing, I've got it, and you're going, it's like a lifetime's work, and when you see that at the weekend, you think there's been a few people who have said that, they just leave, and you think, there's so many bits to this that you're going to miss, which is fine, but it's fascinating watching the ones that get on about it, and the ones that stick to it, and the ones that really get immerse themselves in it and commit to it and become devotional with it, the results that they're getting. They're the ones that do believe are going to change the planet, because the experience that they're going to get and that flexibility and things for themselves. But then how they're taking that to their families and to the world, that's what really excites me. So, only goodness, really exciting. Loads of stuff coming up, moving towards the end of summer. It's a time, thinking about, I'm starting to think, when here just looking at the window, it's been hammered in all day, completely grey, just terrifying to think of the summer flickering into almost any, end of summer we are now, and then thinking about autumn time, and we need to get excited about it. We need to be. It's a time for resilience, especially up here in Scotland. And the adversity of the cold exposure. And I was out this morning in the rain and the ice, and it wasn't a lot of fun to begin with. But when I came out, stood in that grass, and the wind was battering me, it's like, yes, brilliant. I feel alive. I feel healthy. I feel like vital again. My soul again. The pain had disappeared. It was gone. taken away by that stress response. So that's just the environment we're in just now. It'd be nice to have a wee bit more sunshine. Looking forward to some more sunshine at some point very soon, hopefully. But in the meantime, like you need to be where you are and get excited for what's going on, attending to yourself. And these morning meditations on the programme, I have 5 Monday to Friday. I am loving them. It's been an hour and a half the last 2 mornings. It's been wonderful. It really has, just because the connections that we're feeling at a high level, even the ones especially that spend time at the weekend. This morning when the people were coming in, I feel as if I walking into the room beside me. It was really powerful, because the feel the time and space is an illusion. There's no separation at a certain level. I've experienced that, but it's like the oneness. That's why I call people sisters and brothers. At a certain level, we're all one. As one, in you with the divine at a certain level, there only is, that source that we came from. So it's when you sit and you learn and you train yourself for the meditations and the experiences and awareness and all that kind of stuff, and you feel it when you're in their direct presence. Then when you see their name coming in the morning time, don't be surprised if it feels like they're sitting beside you. It's really it's fascinating to feel it. It's beautiful. So really grateful for all that. Grateful for everybody that's involved in it. The team, the rising tide, which is lifting all inside. Everybody's winning. Anybody that's about it is getting better. We're all doing it together. All glory to God. The information that's coming through, the inspiration that's coming through is all is by divine will. I do believe. I hope it's coming from somewhere. It's making things better, and it's making people's lives better, and it's making people feel better. And the life experience is obviously getting better, which is what it's all about. More people are smiling and finding relief and finding healing, which is that's what the work is. So really grateful for every single bit of it. The journey continues, doesn't stop. I'm excited. I'm tired. I'm getting old. Definitely. I'm not ready. I'm currently writing the programme. That's going to be probably the best part of this year, to finish that, which I'm really excited about, and get that done and dusted, so that I can leave it. I can leave my work. I can pass it forward to the youngins. Anybody that's interested in the stuff that I've learned along my way. Leave the bridges behind, leave the information, the inspiration that people can get, and evolve it to whatever they need to do, the same way as I did with my teachers, which is great. That's kind of driving me just now. And then loads of other things, that this next phase of the world and where we're at, and all the challenges that we face, and the darkness and the horribleness, that most people are living in, and at the same time, the awareness of what I watched the weekend and experienced the weekend, what love and light and grace and goodness and God, the divinity does to people, and the power that brings into people when they reconnect back to it. It was one of the ladies said at the weekend, which I've heard before from someone very close to me. Everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. She came in back out of the TP, back to the toilet at the perfect time. The music just stopped, and she just penny dropped, like the vine was just coming through her, and the whole place stopped, and she just basically said, "Oh, it's going to be fine. Oh, it's going to be okay." And it was just that knowing. That was because of what she was connected to at that time. She was literally connected to the divine. In that space, just all the stuff, all the processes, everything's going to be okay. And that's the knowing that we need to come from. We need to be in that power. That's where meditation and alignment, being in the flow, being in spirit, being inspired, reconnecting and remembering. Because you take on the power of it. That's what meditation is. It's not sit in silence or the quiet of the mind. It's contemplation or relaxation. That's all this is. Meditation is very active. To sit in spirit, to sit with the energy that creates worlds. Abraham would say, I love that. The little, this life force, this whatever it is, this essence, this field of consciousness that literally creates universes. Whatever it is, how big it is, and the intelligence behind it. We need to have faith in that. We do. We need to believe in that, because it's the source of who we are. So when we reconnect back into it, we live within the way of that. That's why I say the way is the way. There only is one way. It's the natural path. It's the way that it was designed. The matter what your belief system is. We've been here for the blink of an eye, so we don't get to say or change it. That's why we're struggling just now, because they're messing with it. They're messing with the fabric of nature. You don't get to do that. I know with something that's been about for so long, and that's where the divine and the believer is going to step in and bring it back into harmony and balance, which is really exciting and terrifying. So the way is the way, and goodness, power, light, love, God, balance, coherence, the natural path, the way that it's meant to be. Obviously, we're in a modern age, the progress that we've made, but some of it's so detrimental. So few are benefiting from it, which again needs to be addressed. That doesn't work when it's so top heavy. especially with so many of us are strong. I often just now struggling, that doesn't work, obviously. So again, the natural order of things, but we'll get back into balance, back into the it's a must, that's again, yeah, it must fit this way at a certain point, there's been a balance for too long. You can just see that with the damage that's been done to Mother Nature. So as things are change, it's time to get back into balance. And the way we do that is by reconnecting, for ourselves and getting it for ourselves and living from that space. Raising your vibration as high as you can, living for that divine presence, bringing your daily life, being happy, being joyful, helping people, opening doors for people, let people in the motorway, forgiving people. Be the way that you're meant to be, able to be. And that's difficult if you're under stress or you're struggling or in survival. I get that. But that's what it's all about. It's to make things better. It's about going from the darkness of the circus and the jungle and the zoo, back into the light, of the way this world should be. This should be a paradise sweeter than it is then, and then it could be. There's a chance that it can be again, but it's not going to be easy. But there is a way. I do believe there is a way, and it's dead simple. But there will be much resistance to it. And that's the intention, to get it back to the best that we can, so that as many as can, as many as they can, as many people that we can give in about it, can get to that place where they start to get back to where it's meant to be, back to freedom, back to ease, back to enjoy this life experience. I'm certainly hoping that's what it's meant to be. So on that note, giving thanks, gratitude from myself, for everybody that's written about it, for those who continue to tune in the messages, on all the different platforms. I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying the process, I'm enjoying helping. It's expanding, we're getting there. There's progress we made every single day. To keep enjoying it, it isn't work, it really isn't. It can be all consuming, and it can take a lot out of you, but the work that we're doing and the people that we're helping and the way that it's coming together and unfolding, I compare it to the way work used to be, where it was hard to exchange your time for people. This isn't that. It really isn't. It's inspiring, and a lot of people are getting about it and look to help, which is just, it's so refreshing for me. So absolute blessed in so many ways, and we keep going, we keep moving forward. Love and light to you and yours. Peace out as always. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. Do your best, and God bless. Bye for now.